Greetings, everybody, and thank you for joining me today on my channel, All That Is. I just wanted to start today by saying that the last few weeks have been a very challenging and emotional journey for me. I have been dealing with past life alignments in the dream state, in the meditative state, and during my waking hours. And so while I have been working on detoxing my body from the inside out, I have been aligning these energies that have come up to the surface for healing on an emotional level. And so my emotional body has been going through a lot of shifts and changes as I align these energies into my own understanding and into my field of growth, if you will. So all of this has made me quite vulnerable emotionally, and so I have been weeping a lot lately. So please forgive me for not appearing on camera to speak to you today, as I feel that my eyes are puffy and my face is all red with emotion. So I will do my best to go through this transmission without crying. I am, of course, very, very grateful to all of you for being here on this journey with me thus far and for learning and training with me as my mind and body has gone through all of these experiences, which have been very personal for the most part. And so I have shared them with you in this forum as I have gone through this growth myself. I have been honest and truthful in all of my tellings, and so hope that it has been received in that same vein within which I have transmitted those interactions and experiences with you. I have had help along the way as well from my higher self, my guides, and many ascended masters that have come into my reality to offer me their own wisdom teachings and how best I could cope with all of these drastic changes that have taken place in my life in such a small window of time, as this has in a way been compacted within about 8 years of my life. And so it has taken a lot of shuffling and reshuffling and readjustments within my own life in terms of, my everyday 3D life and my lifestyle that I built over the last 30 years, which I have turned on its head, having to accommodate all of these massive, massive changes that have taken place on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, on a mental level. And so as I have gone through these changes, and with the support that I have had from my guides and from these ascended masters and from my higher self that have stepped forth and made themselves available to me through all of these shifts within my life, I have received nothing short of miracles that have manifested in so many ways and that have been exposed in a way to you in the forms of my 2 books that I have written, countless hours of videos and downloads that I have produced and posted on this channel through my course offerings, and many other ways, I suppose, on social media, just through my interactions with others on the channel that I have invited as guests, and I have gone on to others' channels as well and talked about my experience. So it is my hope to continue to do this authentically and with my heart as a guide as I filter through all of the teachings and guidance that I have received from these teachers, from these ascended masters, from my higher self, and that alignment that I have received and that I have learned as my own true guidance. And so I am, as many of you might also be facing these challenges on a daily basis, I am judged for my own shortfalls and failing, if you will, to reach others' standards, ideals, ideas, or belief systems. And so as I navigate through these times, or shadows and dark times, if you will, and now we are faced with what I'm calling the AI infiltration and work through all of this through my own gnosis, it is my prayer that you are able to see your own truth for what it really is and follow your own authentic path as it was designed by the Creator. I have this morning come out of a very profound guidance with Yeshua ben Joseph, who many of you may know as Jesus from his earthly incarnation 2,000 years ago. This being has, over the last 7 years approximately, offered me true guidance and wisdom. Even though I have been challenged to the very brink of my own being, I have always honored and valued these teachings. So I will not stop now, as I am on this path that is aligned with these teachings as it resonates with my highest aspect that resides in the 12th dimension And so, as overwhelming as this very fact is to me, and for me to incorporate it into my own human, smaller existence, I have embraced and incorporated this into my reality, and this has helped me on many levels of my work that I share publicly through my offerings of healing sessions, courses, and gridwork missions. Through my engagement with Yeshua and his beloved Mary Magdalene, I have been given to understand that my overall score, if you will, if there was such a leaderboard on this ascension journey, I have scored a 90%. This to me is a confirmation, and it gives me that assurance that I need to keep moving forward on my path, and that the work that I am doing is beneficial to my own soul's growth. While I do this work and in my sharing, if I am impacting even one soul and they benefit from my offering, then I am truly honored. Today, Yeshua shared with me during my meditative interaction and painted a very vivid picture that I will share here with you today. My work and the score that I mentioned earlier was arrived at in this manner, and I will continue to do so as I move forward. The environment within which we are currently being asked to work and to engage within, as AI interference becomes more and more prevalent, will only encourage us to do more in tuning into our hearts and our own discernment. I know that I will be doing this. All the good that I have accumulated and worked towards has been accrued in a way, if you will, through a filtration system. And so how this works is that all of my offerings reach towards the higher realms. Only the accurate and aligned parts of this offering will reach those higher realms in their purified form. Yeshua has told me that if I could imagine a house that is being built, where the blueprints and the plans have already been laid out as a guideline for the outcome of the house, the raw materials have already been decided upon and are all clearly marked out on the plans. This, of course, equates to the offerings that are being received from me and others to build the elements of this house. As these offerings are received within the higher realms, they are purified, and only those parts that are pure are received and placed within the areas of the house where they fit and where they are needed. This structure, of course, can be equated to the new earth, the golden age, or the age of Aquarius on a collective level. So as these offerings are sent up, whether individually or as a collective, they have a specific vibrational frequency, and so during that purification process, all the darkness or the impurity falls away, and only the parts that are suitable are received and placed into this house and the areas within which they are needed. There is no malice or judgment within this receiving regarding the shadow, tainted, or dark parts. It just is what it is, and is considered the human part of our existence or our experience, and this is the uniqueness within which we each operate. So to me, this is a true blessing and a vivid wisdom teaching that offers me clarity and sweeps away any self-doubt I might have on my way forward. I hope that this offers you value and guidance on your ascension path as well. So if my words, actions, and deeds resonate with you, then stick around, folks. Stick with me and what it is I have to offer you here on this channel, for it comes to you from my heart in truth and authenticity. I will leave you now in peace and hope that you have a wonderful day, dear friends, and thank you for tuning in today. Much blessings.